always say that special needs parenting, especially when you're parenting a child with severe disabilities, it is a war.
So if I'm hearing you correctly, you're saying that you really had to advocate for your son and continue to advocate until you were heard.
I had to advocate. Then it was more, I had no idea it was going to be anything this significant. I would say the advocacy comes in after his diagnosis more, because then it's pushing for keeping him off of medications that are slowing his development further. Then it pushes for getting him the appropriate supports in school, getting him to be seen as a human being in a society that looks as people with disabilities as less than. The amount of hate and comments that I've gotten on my social media saying that my son's disabilities are my fault, or that he shouldn't be basically alive, or that I should have aborted. The amount of things that I have heard or that people have said to me is astonishing. And so I always say that special needs parenting, especially when you're parenting a child with severe disabilities, it is a war. You have to go to war as a parent, because everywhere you go, you are fighting for your child who cannot fight for themselves. And a lot of people think that the hardest part of being a special needs parent is caretaking for your kid, and that's hard. But the hardest part for me is having to constantly advocate and having a child who is living in a world that is not made for him, and that sees him as largely as a burden at best, whereas he is the most magical human I've ever met.